Hello, hello. Back streaming. Oh, do some nostalgia time today. Ooh, there we go. This was one of my absolute favorite games when I was a kid. Good times.
Well, hello. We've been waiting for you. Please sign in. We've got a busy day ahead. If you're new to this school, please use the keyboard to enter your name.
Gotta love these games from the 90s.
Please enter and have a seat. Sit up straight, no slouching in this classroom. Is that gum in your mouth? Sorry, my mistake.
Always great. Oh. Ah!
If Professor Sparks had meant for me to fly, he'd have given me wings. But what could I do? This mission is too important. You startled me. I didn't think anyone would be here. Hey, you've got that, transquizzer. Now be careful with that thing. Don't drop it. The future of the world may depend on that little machine in your hands.
Oh.
That is, if I'm not too late. There's just so little time and so much to do. Listen, I need your help, and if you think you can handle it, you can help me save the world. I am Android XL2, but you can call me Botley. That's what Professor Spark calls me. His daughter Polly calls me... Well, never mind what Polly calls me. I'm not getting to the point, am I? Here, let me start from the beginning. This morning, Polly's father, he left for another one of his famous inventors' conventions, and he programmed me to keep an eye on Polly. I'm supposed to keep her out of trouble. With Polly, that's always tough. But today, it was impossible. After coming home from school and madder than I've ever seen her, Polly locked herself in her father's secret chamber. Now, I really shouldn't tell you this because I've been programmed for secrecy, but this being a world emergency and all, well... The professor has an honest-to-goodness time machine up there, and it really works. Not only that, but Polly sent 25 of the other androids back in time.
Oh, no.
The whole world is changing, and the changes of Polly written all over them. Cars don't exist anymore, and now everyone has to travel by pogo stick. An orangutan has just been elected president of the United States in a landslide. And the Statue of Liberty is now the Statue of Licorice. It's all happening so quickly. But with your help, I think we can rescue all the androids and maybe stop the world from getting too weird. Just hand me the transquizzer. I think it's got all the information we need to get started.
No. My transquizzer. I want it. I'm gonna... Okay, fine.
Cool. Now hang on tight. Come with me. This is it. Home sweet home. Polly should be inside.
I remember being like 5 years old and struggling so hard with this one.
Oh, that was funny. Watching that poor dumb robot flying back in time. I couldn't ask for a better way to spend the afternoon. In another day, the world will see the dawning of Polly's planet. Whoops! It seems there's someone at the door. Let's take a little peek. Oh, it's only Botley. He knows I don't like to be disturbed when I'm working. It breaks my concentration. Okay, let's see what he wants. This might be fun. Oh, Snotley, you're back. I've been looking for you. My name is Botley. I can see you've brought help. And you've got the Transquizzer. She knows we need it to save the world. Didn't my father teach you it's rude to tell secrets, Rotley? Well, I suppose he's told you his side of everything. But what does he know? Today when I was at school, the teacher handed us a surprise quiz. I already knew all the answers, and she knew I knew them. So, just to have some fun, I made up my own answers to that dumb old quiz. But instead of laughing like she was supposed to, she gave me a big fat 0. I felt faint and short of breath. No one's ever given me a 0 before. Well, that's not quite true, Polly. I remember just 2 weeks ago. Be quiet, Plotley. This is my story. Anyway, after getting my first 0 ever, I got the most brilliant idea. Instead of settling for a bad grade, I changed history to match my answers. So you sent 25 of your father's robots back in time to change history? How could you do that, Polly? Please, Spotley, if you're so scared, why don't you just bring him back yourself? You've got my Transquizzer. Now all you need are the questions on my history quiz. To make it so easy even you can figure it out, I'll leave the disc with the first part of the test on the first floor. That's 5 questions total. Just plug that disc into the Transquizzer. Then figuring out where I sent the robots should be simple. Oh, by the way, you have to get in the house first. And I've changed the locks. Good luck! Oh, that's just great. How are we going to get into the mountain? You see, the professor's lock system only opens when you reproduce the chimes you hear. Ring the doorbell to start the chimes. That will start the unlocking mechanism. Just listen closely and repeat what you've heard by clicking on the correct door panels.
Time to play Simon Says.
You're doing great. Nice work. All right. Good job. You opened the lock.
Yep.
Only one more lock to go.
Got it. First try. Woo!
That's it. You opened the door.
Oh,
Now, be
brother.
quiet and follow me. First, though, let me put this in a safe place. It's the utility belt that Professor Spark designed for me, and it's quite an achievement. Over there's a button that will take you out of any room in the mountain. The indicator next to it tells you how much energy is left to power the mountain. Now, if you ever need assistance, push on this button, and I'll do what I can to help. In the middle of the belt is the inventory. That's where we can store things we find in the mountain. The Transquizzer, for instance. Professor Spark has set up a lot of games inside the mountain for Polly, me, and the other robots. If you click on this button, you can make some of them harder or easier to play. Finally, this score keeps track of how many invention points we earn. By opening the door, you've already earned a few points. Now, our destiny. This is the professor's home and laboratory. It's an entirely self-sufficient environment. We don't have to leave the mountain for anything. The professor even included recreational and cultural activities, so he and Polly wouldn't get bored. Over there's the kitchen, where we feature the very finest robot cuisine. Back there's the art gallery. Through that door is the music hall. When Polly takes her weekly music lesson there, the whole place clears out. Behind that door are stairs leading to the professor's jumbo electro generator. If necessary, we might have to go down there to power up. Finally, that stairway leads to the upper floors, filled with the professor's inventions. His most amazing invention, the time machine, is at the very top. Maybe later we'll have time to explore, but now we have to stop Polly from making the world too weird.
Indeed.
To do that, we need to find that quiz disc. Hey, there it is. Pull out the transquizzer, but... All right, it looks like the disc should be inserted in the slot near the top of the transquizzer. Good morning, Polly. I hope you've studied for the quiz today. You may have a lot of natural ability, but even geniuses need to study. That's Polly's teacher, Ms. Winkle. At that school on the hill, everything's state-of-the-art. All the quizzes are personalized, programmed, and videotaped by the teacher. Pretty cool, huh? Now, today's quiz is all about inventions and discoveries, something you should know plenty about, Polly. But no fair asking your father for help. There are 25 questions total, Polly. 5 on each of the 5 discs I've passed out to you and the rest of the class. That's 5 different levels. So, sit up straight, put on your thinking cap, and select your first question. Okay, what we should do first is select one of the quiz questions. Just click on any one of the 5 buttons near the bottom of the transquizzer. Since we've got to bring all the robots back, the order doesn't really matter. People once thought the Earth was the center of the universe and everything revolved around it. That's because when they looked up in the sky, the sun and the stars all appeared to be moving around the Earth. A nice idea, but appearances can be deceiving. Today we know that the Earth revolves around what? Miss Winkle, as everybody knows, I am the center of the universe. Yes, Polly, you're exactly right. The whole world revolves around you. Heavens, Polly is just too much to bear. She used to think she was the center of the universe. Now she really is. We need to go back in time and straighten this mess out, or life as we know it will change drastically. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer. Well, it just so happens, Sotley, that I realized long ago that you would try to mess up my work. So I covered my tracks by hiding clues all over the mountain. 4 clues total. Well, Polly, okay. It looks like we have no choice but to play by your rules, as unfair as they are. Just tell us what we need to find for this mission. Relax, Gutley. It won't be so bad. I sent Russian robot Cosmobot to put me in the center of the universe. You can get him back if you find these 4 clues. A pig, a sundial, a postage stamp, and a $1 bill. But why mess up a good thing? Cosmobot and I never used to get along, but now we're pals. I can't believe Polly reprogrammed him for her selfish purposes. We have to find those clues and get Cosmobot back. Keep still while I sense around for clues. Okay. All sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the painting gallery. This is Professor Sparks' art gallery. It's sort of an art museum and an art studio combined. That odd-looking machine over there is his virtual collection, where the professor keeps a display of some of the most famous works of art in the world. You can also go into the painting gallery in the back to create your own masterpiece. Don't forget to bring your imagination.
If you're going to visit the gallery, you let me know if you find any of Polly's things hidden in there. If I've told her once, I've told her 1,000 times, don't mess up the collection. Of course, she doesn't listen to me. Why, once I found a Romanesque urn next to a Baroque.
That's Mrs. Beasley. She's the resident art expert. Some say she's as old as some of the Greco-Roman statues in here.
I heard that, you hotshot silicon chipsters. So smart and so fast, and so what? I've got more sense in my vacuum tubes than a lot of you.
Well, if we have any questions about the art, we'll be sure to ask you. I definitely sense that Polly has hidden one of the mission clues in the virtual collection. We should investigate.
Well, Bootley, maybe you're smarter than you look. I have hidden one of the mission clues inside Daddy's virtual collection. What you have to do is figure out which of his great works of art I hid it in.
Give us a hint, Polly.
Quick, Snotley, what U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Peaches from Georgia are famous all around the world. And Georgia happens to be the first name of an artist whose portrait I love. Let's go.
See that drum on the right side of the machine? That displays tiny pictures of all the works in the collection. If you click on any of the pictures, Mrs. Beasley will tell you a little bit about it and help you decide if it's the work. We have to find the right work of art to collect the mission clue. Mrs. Beasley?
You're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia.
Now choose the correct category, then select one of the professor's works of art to view it on the digital display.
This one,
This
isn't it?
is a portrait of the artist Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yep.
Her paintings are beautiful, and so is this photograph. Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait. This portrait is a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings. Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting mysterious images of the desert landscape around her.
Hey, that was a lucky guess. And according to Polly's Book of Rules, which was written by yours truly, lucky guesses don't count. So there. Nope. You'll have to work a lot harder than that to win.
Uh-oh. It's a puzzle Polly thinks only she's smart enough to finish. But I think you can do it too. You just have to line up the tiles so that all their sides match. Click on any puzzle piece to lift it off the display. Then click on any other piece and they'll change places. All the pieces aren't right side up though, so sometimes you'll have to rotate them. You can do that by hitting the rotate button right there at the bottom of the display. While you're playing, Mrs. Beasley will tell you stuff about what you're looking at. She knows everything there is to know about the works of art Polly used to create this puzzle. For this puzzle, you'll need to create compound words. A compound word is one word made by joining together two other words.
Berry. Oh man. Awesome.
I bet Polly's got steam coming out her ears. She can't stop you. Let's get the mission clue and go. Terrific! Now put it into your inventory and move on. Bingo! I've sensed a mission clue in the painting gallery. This room looks like an ordinary painting gallery, but Polly's father created it so anyone can make their own art.
Heidi-ho, Snotley. I hid one of the mission clues here, and if you want it, either you or your friend will have to paint me a pretty picture.
Oh.
Of course, I get to tell you exactly what to paint. And it better be good. I've always wanted a painting that showed something like this. The Frog in the Woods. Every year in the woods, frogs hold a contest to see who can jump the highest. They just jump up and down over and over again. Some jump up high while others aren't so good.
Click on any of the empty frames to begin painting. Click on the sheet of paper on the floor to read Polly's story.
Frogs in the woods.
So the deal here is that Polly wants us to illustrate her strange story. I don't have much of an artistic flair. It's just not in my programming. So it looks like it's up to you. Luckily, Professor Spark made it so anyone can paint like one of the great masters. To your left are all the tools you'll need, and at the bottom are lots of cool colors. If you need to be reminded of what Polly's demanding, click on the card on the lower left corner of the frame.
The woods. Frogs. Cool.
Yes! What an artist! Let's add the clue to the inventory and move forward. No mission clues here. Let's try another floor. You'll see that as we go up higher in the mountain, the professor's inventions get more secret and bizarre. Here we have the professor's delicate biosphere. And over there, we have the professor's shrinkomatic, an easy way to shed a few robot pounds. That tram there will take us even further up into the mountain, and to some of the professor's other inventions, including his famous time machine. If you want to go back to the first floor, click on these stairs. Quiet now. I'm going to sense out this area. I'm picking up a clue. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere.
To the biosphere.
See that glass dome? That's Professor Spark's biosphere. In it, he can grow anything he wants from any part of the world. It's kind of like a vegetable zoo. And to protect the biosphere from outside contamination, the professor has set up a remote control way of working inside it. See over there? Those are explorers the professor designed to fly into the biosphere. And on that monitor is where you can watch the explorer as you maneuver it anywhere you want. Inside, there are 5 different environments to check out. A desert, a rainforest, a mountain range, a grassland, and even an ocean. Each one contains plants and animals you might find in those places.
Oh, Muttley, over here. Daddy doesn't deserve all the credit. I planted some things in the biosphere, too.
Sure, Polly. Whatever you say.
I did. You don't have to believe me, but I just thought you might be interested in knowing that I planted a mission clue in there. You can't get your poor robot friend back without it. Don't expect me to tell you where I hid it, though. That would be too easy.
Polly, the biosphere's huge. You're expecting us to find a needle in the haystack, so to speak.
Relax, Nutley. I know Daddy didn't exactly overload you with smarts. I guess I can even the playing field and give you some hints along the way. And here's your first hint. Get one of those explorers launched. Even you should be able to understand that.
Boy, someday. Well, let's launch one of these babies and see what Polly's got in store for us inside that biosphere. Click on the launch button on the console to send the Explorer inside. Okay, now we can navigate the Explorer around the biosphere by watching it on this monitor. Click on the monitor for a closer look. This is weird. It seems like the Explorer is underground. I guess what we need to do is fly up into the biosphere. That should be right above us. To fly the Explorer, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Press the up arrow to blast the Explorer forward, and press the left and right arrows to rotate it. Beneath the professor's biosphere again.
This is slightly annoying because I actually have to use arrow keys. Get it? Ooh. Okay. There we go.
Take a crack at this mind bender. Which house is made of dry mud? An igloo, a greenhouse, or an adobe hut? Wait till next time.
Do. The trick to this is just take it nice and slow.
This spring tickler is sure to leave you high and dry. What do you call a dry riverbed? A marsh, an arroyo, a waterfall?
It's an arroyo.
That was way too easy. Here's a tough question that's bound to hold you back. What do you call an area with fresh water and plant life? An oasis, a sand dune, or an iceberg? Everyone knows that.
Uh-huh.
These questions are easy, but then again, everything's easy for me.
Uh-huh.
Which animal flies highest in the air? A grasshopper, a vulture, or a vampire bat?
Probably a vulture.
I knew you'd get that one.
Yeah. There we go.
Don't bang your head against the wall trying to figure this one out.
Oh, what if I want
Which
to?
bird pecks a hole in the side of large plants and trees to build its nest? A hummingbird?
A
pelican,
woodpecker.
A woodpecker. Everyone knows that.
Uh-huh. There we go.
Touchdown! You landed safely. Now, if you want to open this box, click on a key on the console. Great, you got the clue.
Yep.
Let's move on. There's no mission clue here. Yes! We're at the very top of the mountain. Just knowing what's up here gives me chills. Still, I'd go anywhere and face any danger to save my fellow robots. Over there, we have the professor's observatory. Once, a while ago, we caught Polly spying on the neighbors with the telescope. Boy, did she get a nice long time out. In that room is a little obstacle course, sort of a robot boot camp. The professor uses it to test out his new robots. Of course, I passed with flying colors when I was tested, but sometimes he comes across a robot with a few bugs that need to be worked out. If you want to go back downstairs, just click on the tram. Oh, and over there, behind those forbidding stone doors, that's where the professor stores the time machine. There's no way to open it, though, until we have all of Polly's mission clues and, of course, enough invention points. Hey, I'll need some silence while I try to sense this area out. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observatory.
To the observatorium.
NASA has nothing over Professor Spark. Just take a look at this place. It's here that the professor conducts all his top-secret astronomical experiments. Way ahead of his time, of course. Hey, did you know that the professor landed a rocket ship on the moon years before Neil Armstrong ever set foot on it? Just kidding.
I guess you could say that you can get a mission clue here, but it's not exactly in this room. In fact, it's not even in this solar system, because I used one of Daddy's rockets to ship it into deep space. Special delivery. You won't find it by just looking around the void. You'll have to figure out exactly where to look.
How do we do that, Polly? Space is a big place.
Well, just because I'm such a nice girl, I'll give you a teeny-weeny hint. There you go. I just sent the hint flying off toward the new black hole Daddy recently discovered. If you really work fast, you might rescue the hint before it gets sucked up into another dimension. Then again, maybe you'll fail. Scary, huh?
No.
Don't worry, we might have a chance. Professor Spark recently launched a whole series of space probes into the black hole. I think we can use it to intercept Polly's radio transmission. Just click on the telescope and we'll get started. Is this cool or what? We've got to get that transmission out of the black hole's clutches. Otherwise, we won't get Polly's hint. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching, so watch out! If they get too close, turn the back of the ship toward them, and you probably won't sustain any damage. Comet hit! Our shields are destroyed! Another asteroid bites the dust. Comet deflected, no damage! Fantastic! You destroyed nice. Great! You got another radio wave packet. Great! You got another radio wave packet. You dealt with that nice. You got a radio packet. Wow! That asteroid is obliterated. Great! You got another radio wave packet. You dealt with that. Another asteroid bites the dust. Great! We have all the packets. Now we have to decode Polly's message.
There we go.
This is the professor's alien transmission decoding device.
Uh-huh.
It comes in handy when it comes to decoding transmissions from extraterrestrial beings. The catch is, He hasn't yet found any alien transmissions to decode. Still, we can use it to read Polly's hint. I guess you can call that an alien transmission. Here comes the radio transmission you intercepted from the grip of the black hole. What a drag. Polly's hint is all scrambled. The words aren't in the right order. Polly's not an alien, technically, but we can still use the professor's alien decoder to unscramble her hint. What you need to do is rearrange the words so they create a sentence that makes sense. You know, a subject is usually followed by a verb and all that stuff you learned at school. Here comes Polly's message, fresh from the brink of the black hole. Get ready to use the decoder. Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue. See, the sentence is basically okay, but there are more words than we need. Pick one of the two.
Yep.
I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great. See, the sentence is basically okay, but there are more words. You made quick sense out of that messy sentence. Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue. I see what's happening. We have too many words. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical booby trap. I see what's happening. We have too many... Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Not done yet. There's more to figure out. I see what's happening. Great! You decoded one of the sentences. Something's not right. We gotta fix this sentence. I see what's happening. We have too many words. Decoding operation is complete.
There we go.
You broke the code.
When ancient people saw me, it was time to
Hello,
plow
welcome.
their fields. They planted wheat for baking bread. People waited all winter long for my stars to appear in the sky. During springtime, my stars appeared just before dawn.
It's nostalgia time.
How
or
did the people know
being-
that the gods were happy?
how
I
smart we
appeared
are.
in the sky and brought them warm weather.
Okay, you unscrambled the hint. Quick, to the star chart so we can find that clue. This is the professor's star chart. It's really like a map that shows the locations of all the billions of stars that we can see from Earth. Of course, there are billions more we can't see. In the old days, people used to navigate by the stars. This map would have come in handy then. Move the pointer over any of the constellations to find out their names. If you want to know more about one of the constellations, just click on it.
Okay.
When ancient people saw me, it was time to plow their fields. They planted wheat for baking bread. People waited
This one's
all
always
winter
so
long
hard.
for my stars to appear in the sky. During springtime, my stars appeared just before dawn. How did the people know that the gods were happy? I appeared in the sky and brought them warm weather. Pisces is the last constellation in the zodiac, and its name is Latin for fishes. In Greek mythology, the two fishes of
Of the
Pisces
warm
are the
weather.
goddess Aphrodite and her son Eros, who were once transformed into fishes when a monster
We have to
chased them
figure out
into
which
the
one brought the warm weather.
sea. The stars you see, Pegasus is the winged horse. Neptune invented him from a scoop of white sea foam and some blood. Andromeda was almost killed by a sea monster in Greek mythology, but luckily she was saved by the hero Perseus. Aries looks like a powerful ram, but its stars don't twinkle brightly. Still, it was the most important constellation to ancient people. When Aries appeared in the sky just before dawn, people knew that winter was coming to an end.
Hey, you're right on target.
Yeah.
Here comes the spaceship. We made contact! Oh, that was wicked. Just put the clue into the inventory and let's get out of here. I hope you're ready for more adventure because we're ready to get into the time machine.
Time machine time.
Wow. Excuse me if I sound sort of odd, but I wasn't sure we'd make it to the time machine mission control. It's impressive, huh? This is Professor Spark's most important work to date, the Time Machine Extraordinaire. The professor created it so he could witness the invention of anything you can think of. Just go back in time and observe. He would never meddle, not like Polly. When he finds out what she's been up to, I wouldn't be surprised if she's in for some serious time out. Now we need to figure out where we have to go in history to complete this mission. That odd-looking machine will help with that task. It's called the Wheel of Invention, and by using Polly's
Wheel of
mission clues,
Invention.
we can
Turn,
figure out
turn,
which
turn.
inventor we need to find. The professor tried to ensure that not just anybody could use the time machine. You need to know something about history, science, art, a little bit of everything, really. So click on the wheel and let's get going. We finally made it. This is where we bring everything together and figure out how to find the robot that Polly sent back in time. This is the professor's Wheel of Invention. It's an obstacle to the time machine. You see, some of the robots kept wanting to travel back in time to taunt the early computers, but you can't have that. So the professor devised a little quiz that's too difficult for the robots. But hopefully it's not too difficult for you.
It's trivia
brother,
showtime.
Polly's reprogrammed the wheel so it's no longer just a quiz. It's a quiz show. It seems the show's called Pollywood Squares. You're the first contestant.
This is how you play. Answer 3 questions for each of the clues you collected. You'll find out what, when, where, and who. All the information you need to create a profile of your mission.
Once the game begins, you gotta work fast and try to answer each question on the first try. That way you'll win the time key faster and win the most points. Ready, set,
Go.
Okay, let's begin. Just click the on button to start.
You also have to keep in mind that this game is from, what, 96? So if there's a time-based question, you gotta subtract like 20 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids and robots of all ages, it's time to play Pollywood Squares. with your
So flippin'
intelligent
old.
host, me, Monty Monitor. Answer all the questions correctly, and you'll be sent back in time, all expenses paid, to
Hey,
Rescue
Ash.
4 Cosmobot. Your first clue is a pork chop. The pork chop will show you what your mission is all about. I love pork chops, and I'm not the only one. Pork chops can be found in cuisines all around the world. Pork chops come from which farm animals?
Oh, is it a cow?
That's right. Pork chops come from pigs. So does ham and bacon. It's all pork and it comes from pigs. Pigs are the only animals besides humans whose skin can get what painful condition?
Sunburn.
You're right. Hey, pigs get sunburns.
Pretty sure.
just
Can't
like
other
people.
animals get sunburns
Sunburns
too?
are caused by overexposure to the
Like
powerful
hippos?
rays of the sun. Our our sun is actually a star. It's the center of a group of heavenly bodies known as what?
The solar system.
You did it! Yay! Another word for sun is solar. That's why they call it
Not
the solar
quite.
system.
Another word for sun is sol.
So it seems that Polly sent Cosmobot back to the time in history when the solar system was discovered. But where was that?
Your second clue is a postage stamp, and it will tell you where in the world your mission will take you. Postage stamps are a way to pay for sending letters and packages. Before postage stamps were invented, the person who received a letter had to pay for it, not the person who sent it. The postage stamp was first invented by an Englishman named Roland Hill. What country did the English inventor of the postage stamp come from?
Well, he's an Englishman, so Great Britain.
That's right. Oh, jolly good. English people come from England, and England is part of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Now, let's see how good you are at geography.
Not anymore.
Great Britain is located on which continent?
Europe.
Right. Oh, Great Britain is in Europe, the second smallest continent on Earth. What country is located in the very center of the continent of Europe?
Oh boy.
Correct.
That was a guess.
Poland is a large country in the center of Europe. Polish people make delicious pork sausages and dance to a unique style of music called polka. Poland's also the place where the solar system was first discovered.
Thanks, Monty. We now know that the solar system was discovered in Poland. What we don't know is when it was discovered and by whom.
The third clue is a dollar bill. It will tell you when in history the solar system was discovered. If you
When
had
was
$1 million
it?
bills, you'd be a millionaire. The first kid ever to earn $1 million was a famous movie star named Shirley Temple. The dollar gets its name from a coin once used in a European country, known for its mountains, castles, beer, and frankfurters. Which country was that?
Probably Germany.
Wunderbar! In Germany,
Yeah.
the coin they call the dollar was made out of a precious metal. Precious metals are metals that are not commonly found on Earth. Which of the following metals is a precious metal? That's right! Silver is a valuable precious metal that is often used for making coins. Silver was first used to make the German dollar 500 years ago. Which is the earliest year you could have used the German dollar to buy a frankfurter?
$500 years ago. So it's 1931.
So sorry. Nope.
What,
Try
really?
Again. That's right. In 1531, the silver coin called the dollar could have bought you plenty of German frankfurters. 1531 also happens to be the year when the solar system
That
was
doesn't make any
discovered.
sense.
We're almost there. All we need to find out is the person in Poland who discovered the solar system in 1531.
This is your fourth and final clue. The sundial will tell you who first discovered the solar system. A sundial tells the time as a shadow moves across a surface marked with the hours of the day. The Egyptians invented the sundial 5,000 years ago, and it was one of the earliest ways of measuring time. A sundial works due to the movement of
moon.
what heavenly body?
The moon! The moon!
No, you are correct. Even though the sun creates the shadow that moves across the
I clicked on
sundial,
sun
it's really the Earth
'cause I'm a
that's
dum-dum.
moving, not the sun. While the Earth spins, it also moves around the sun. What is the Earth's movement around the sun called?
Orbit. Oh.
That's right! Ha ha! The Earth revolves around the sun.
Revolution.
It takes 1 year to make one revolution. Who discovered that the Earth revolves around the sun?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, that'd be Copernicus.
Right, you
It was
are.
like Copernicus or
was the
Galileo. I
Polish
don't remember
astronomer who
who was
discovered the solar
Copernicus.
system in 1531. Before his discovery, people thought that everything revolved around the Earth.
Okie dokie, we got all the information we need. Now, on to the time machine. We've got to go to Poland in 1531 before Polly messes up Copernicus's discovery. We certainly don't want the Earth to revolve around Polly.
I sure don't
more
think
than
I
it
would have
already
known all
does.
this stuff
Before we take this trip
by
back
third
in time,
grade.
Can I just tell you how amazing I think you are?
Aww.
That said, grab the time key and let's move out.
Botley is so nice.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the inside of this thing. Pretty cool, huh? The professor made it clear this time machine was off limits to anyone but him. But with Polly about to send the world out of control, I think the professor would understand. That looks like our window into the past. Look, all the information you found at the wheel is now neatly in place up there. I guess the time key did that. This lever looks important. Click on me if you think I should pull it. Maybe it'll start things up. Next stop, Poland, to visit the great scientist Copernicus. He's about to discover that the sun is the center of the solar system. There's Copernicus on the brink of making his great discovery. But look, Polly has reprogrammed the Russian robot Cosmobot to paint her picture on the model of the sun. Nyet, Cosmobot, nyet!
Oh. Oh, hang on. You messed it up a little bit. Push the button.
We did it! Cosmobot's back home and the cosmos is back in order. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back. Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest.
He unmuted now? Yeah.
This is where the professor stores all his time-traveling robots.
Yeah.
I call it the Robot Roost. Believe you me, these guys have been around the block a few times. The problem is, we have to get them all back from the different places and times that Polly sent them. Right now, though, it's 1 down and 24 to go. You gotta start somewhere. Just let me store this robot for safekeeping. A long rest is sorely needed. Polly sent plenty more back in time, so let's start another mission.
Plotley, what am I going to do with you? Are you trying to make me fail this test? I guess I'll have to make it a little tougher.
You deserve
on
to
you get
fail.
the next robot.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory. No time to pack. During the ancient Olympic Games, all wars would come to a stop and a truce would be called for 3 months. That gave the soldiers enough time to travel to the games, compete, and then return home to continue fighting. What did athletes at the ancient Olympics get for winning?
A prize that would make anyone run
Cake.
faster and jump higher. A bouquet of flowers and a diamond tiara. Here I am, Miss Olympic Games.
Yes, that's absolutely right, Polly. The winners at the first Olympics were treated like beauty queens. Oh, no. Polly's gone too far this time.
The bouquet of
If she
flowers
gets her
isn't
way,
too
the strong
far
and
off.
brave ancient
They got a
Olympians
laurel
will be
wreath.
treated like beauty queens. You can't run a marathon in high heels. Well, not very well, at least. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
to spoil sport, Snootly, but if you want to try to ruin my
Snootly.
fun, first you'll have to find 4 clues. A pigeon, a torch, 2 masks, and a piece of pottery. I sent Rhonda Robot back in time. She's the reigning robot beauty queen.
Rhonda Robot. She's won the Miss Silicon Chip contest 3 years running. Now that's talent. We better work extra hard to rescue Rhonda from Polly's wicked ways and save the Olympics while we're at it. Hey, I'll need some silence while I try to sense this area out. No doubt about it, there's a clue in the robot maze.
Uh-oh.
This is the most dangerous part of the mountain. That's why Professor Spark uses it as an obstacle course for testing out new robots. With all the treacherous paths and sharp turns, it's the perfect way to test out the latest in robot navigational technology.
You're right, Motley. That little box down there contains the mission clue you so desperately need. I programmed that stupid robot to put that box where you wouldn't be able to reach it. Then I scrambled the commands. See if you can unscramble them.
I've already figured it out.
As far as I can figure,
We'll just, and away we go. Oh, we're on level 1. Excuse me.
we're back at the maze again. See the box down there? Maybe Polly has put something in there again.
Make this a little harder.
You're so right, Botley. And this time it's not going to be easy. Maybe you and your little friend should just give up now and go play with some of my old baby toys.
I want to jump south. And jump west. South 3. West. Okay. South, jump west. That should work, right? Hopefully this guy... Yeah, okay. Nice!
Fantastic! The robot made it through the maze. You are some slick programmer. Beautiful job. Just pick up the clue and...
Yep.
We need to check out another... Stand back now while I sense the place out. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere.
Ah, great. The
And there's
biosphere.
another clue in the shrinking machine.
And the shrink machine. Hate the biosphere.
I'm picking up...
Let's get it done.
Okay.
There we go.
I hope this question doesn't make you blow up, Bloatley. Which is created by an underwater volcano? A tropical
Geyser.
island, an oasis, or a geyser? Oh, so sorry.
Oh. Oh, it's an island, isn't it?
You could think for a million years, but you'll still never get this question right. What do you call a rock in the shape of an ancient snail shell? A fossil, a mollusk, or a shellfish?
Fossil.
Big deal, you got one right.
There we go.
Here's a really slippery question. Which of the following is not a reptile? A snake, an eel, or an iguana?
An eel, isn't it?
Everyone knows that.
There we go.
Don't run aground on this question. Which is alive? An adobe hut, a coral reef, a seashell?
Coral reef.
Yeah, so you got it right. You may find yourself in over your head with this question. Which plant can grow a foot a day? The giant sequoia, giant kelp, or lichen?
Oh boy. A foot a day? Help?
That was way too easy.
Whew. That was actually a guess. There we go.
Welcome to my world. Now get to work. Which animal lives part of the day underwater? A limpet, an elf owl, or a dolphin?
A limpet.
I knew you'd get that one.
I don't even know what a limpet is. Alright. Ocean. We need to find the ocean biome. That's a jungle. That's a savanna. Going a little fast here. This is like a tundra. Is this the ocean? Oh, slow down there, buddy. Come on. There we
That
go.
was some smooth landing. Now we... Great, you got the clue. Okay, all sensors in...
Alright.
This is Professor Sparks' masterpiece. Well, one of them anyway. He calls it the... something or other. We call
Dangerous
it the Shrink-O-Matic.
things.
It can reduce anything or anyone to the size of a medium
Out of box
molecule.
chili?
With the help of my good
That's
friend
not dangerous, it's
Oh,
cute.
yes. So if you want to know about any of my wonderful specimens, just pick up this analyzer and click on it. But please, don't hurt the specimens.
Well, that'll come in handy when you go searching for the mission clue, because I miniaturized it and hid it inside one of those specimens.
Seems a
Which
bit cruel.
specimen, Polly? Give us a hint.
Okay, Potley, okay. Anything to stop your whining. This meat-eater suffocates its prey before swallowing it whole. And if you've ever seen Egbert
The
eat
constrictor.
dinner, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's quite the slob.
Alas, it's true. My schedule allows only for short refreshment breaks. Manners are a luxury I cannot afford.
So we have to figure out which specimen Polly is talking about. That's where Egbert will come in handy. Use his analyzer to get information on any of the specimens and to help you determine which is the right one. When you think you know the right specimen, hand the analyzer back to Egbert. You can then move the specimen over to the Shrink-O-Matic. Once it's there, Egbert can shrink me to the size of a molecule. Then I can dive into the specimen and find what we're looking for.
We're gonna wait for just a minute because I need to use the bathroom.
What's wrong? Are you having second thoughts about helping me save the world? What's wrong? Are you having second thoughts about helping me save the world? Hurry up, before Polly sends the world spinning on its head.
Okay. So I'm like 90% sure it's this, but let's learn about the other things.
Honeybee. Bees are flying insects that live in colonies called hives. Worker bees, boa constrictor. The boa constrictor is a long snake that suffocates its prey. It wraps its long body around a small animal and squeezes the breath out of it. Then it begins the slow process of eating the prey whole. Jellyfish. Jellyfish have soft bodies with long tentacles. Lions are the only wildcats that hunt in groups. Since the female lobsters are crustaceans that live in the sea. A living lobster is bluish-black in color to blend in with the sea bottom. A lobster becomes red when it's cooked due to a chemical. Octopus. The octopus lives at the bottom.
Anyway.
Do you think that's the right specimen?
Ready,
Yes.
Botley? Hold on tight. It is some ride, I'm told.
Later!
If you chose the right specimen, the object Polly hid should be somewhere inside that giant molecular thingamabob up there. You just have to bat me into that stuff until it's revealed. Click on the mouse button to launch me into inner space, then use the mouse to move the magnet. I can't stay small forever, though, so try to get through the molecules before I return to my regular size. I won't last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have to work quick. Click on the mouse to launch me.
Level 3.
Whoa,
Oops. Some intense brick breaker action here. Only it's bubbles instead of bricks. This one is easier than the Biosphere, but it can be even more annoying sometimes because it can take forever. See, I'm not even hitting the thing. There we go. Yeah, this can take forever to do sometimes. If you can't get the right angle. Oops.
Alley-oop!
Oh, thank you. Come on. Come on. There we go. Tragicomic masks.
We found it! Just pick up the clue and add it to the inventory. I think we should go to another...
Yep.
Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the music hall.
Okay, music hall it
This
is.
is the door to the professor's concert hall, which he usually keeps locked so none of the less musical robots around here pound too hard on the piano. But the door doesn't open with a key. Instead, it uses a password. Hey, Beethoven!
Beethoven.
Huh? Hello? Who's there? Oh, Bartley, it's just you. You should have called my name instead of just scuffling around out there.
Sure. Okay, listen, Polly's up to no good again, and we're trying to stop her.
Thanks,
We're
but
having
no
trouble with
thanks.
this lock. Can you help us?
Now, Bartley, if I just gave you the answers, Polly would reboot me in a heartbeat. But if you're really having trouble figuring out one of the words, click on the button next to it, and I'll see what I can do. Good luck.
Okay. What you must do is unscramble the letters on the left side of the door to create 4 words.
Rain.
Great job!
Wind.
Great job!
Heat.
Hey, way to go!
It seems you've created some kind of word, but
Yeah?
it's not the right word.
Alright.
Click on the button next to the word if you need... Sleet.
Well, you got
Weather.
all the words. Now to unscramble...
That is correct. The password is weather.
The door's open, and the crowd goes wild! This is the Mountains Music Hall. This is where rehearsals are
play
held
Yankee
by
Doodle
our
Dandy.
award-winning all-robot chorus, headed by Maestro Trombot. Of course, thanks to Polly, half the members of the chorus are lost in time right now. To hear their sweet, dulcet tones just one more time. Maestro? Hey, Maestro!
Shh, Bartley. You'll misalign my perfect pitch sensors. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There we go.
Sorry, Maestro, but Polly's put us all in a bit of a jam, and the future of civilization is at stake.
Mamma mia! If she would only practice her arias, she wouldn't have the time or the inclination to destroy the world. Music has such a civilizing influence.
If
Although
only
her voice,
she did her music
let's just
lessons.
say it's not music to my ears.
I heard that, Maestro. You just don't appreciate my instrument. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, Polly, you do have a quality.
Got scads and scads of quality. But what Nutley here wants is the mission clue I hid here. In order to get it, though, he'll have to play me a song. Not just any song, though. I want to hear this song. And please play it right, Dingbot. My delicate ears can't handle even one sour note. You mess up, and you get nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nuts.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you like, you can play the organ with the top row of number keys on your keyboard.
Click on the music tablet to play that tune.
How did she... it seems that you have your work cut out for you, dear Bartley. You see, the music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you. Then you should have little trouble rearranging those musical phrases until they're in the right order. Click on the button next to the phrase to hear the music stored on it. Then click on the phrase to move it to another slot.
If you click on the play button, you can play the entire piece as it's arranged on the music tablet. You can even change the instrument it's played with by selecting one of the instruments on this panel.
Yankee Doodle.
Beautiful job.
This song is called Yankee Doodle. In the old country, Italy, you know, a macaroni is a type of feather people used to wear in their hats. I bet you never knew that.
Beautiful work. Now put the
I
mission
better
in
not
your
get any kind
inventory
of
so we can
effing
dance on
copyright
out.
claim for Yankee Doodle.
We've got everything we need to go. We should
All
go
right.
to
The Time Machine. For more ancient history.
We made it. Now that we're back at Mission Control, we need to use the Wheel of Invention to get started on the next clue.
Yep.
Applause! Applause! Hey, you're doing great. Start the wheel a-spinning by clicking the on button.
Welcome once again to the game show where history's on TV and Polly's got the clicker. In this exciting episode, we'll search for lovely Rhonda Robot back in time. Your first clue is a cute pigeon, and it will lead you to what this mission is all about.
Pigeon wearing a
Pigeons
scarf.
have invented a special way of drinking water. Most birds drink by scooping up water with their beaks. The pigeon uses its beak like a straw.
Oh.
It's the only bird in the world that actually sucks up water. Pigeons are in the same bird family as which other bird?
Oh boy. Doves.
Right! In fact, pigeons and doves are two names for the same exact bird. Like some other birds, doves have a special symbolic meaning for people. The American bald eagle, for example, stands for freedom. The dove is the
Peace.
universal symbol of what? Good job! Ho-ho! For thousands of years, the dove has stood for peace.
Cold.
It is a symbol of international cooperation among countries choosing peace over war. What sports event is played to promote peace?
Let me guess. The Olympics.
Gold medal answer. The Olympics are played
Since
by
we
people throughout the
brought
world
it up
to
earlier, is
encourage
what this one
peace.
is about.
That's why doves are released at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics, because they symbolize peace.
Ha! So Polly sent Rhonda Robot to the Olympics. You're headed for a medal. Keep going.
Ooh.
The next clue is a torch. The torch will light the way to where the Olympics were first played. Making fire was a huge step for mankind. Here was an awesome form of energy that was finally in our power. No wonder that fire has taken on so much meaning and importance for people. Even the Olympic Games opened with a spectacular celebration of fire. How does the Olympic torch get into the Olympic Stadium?
Someone just yeets it.
That's right! Ho-ho!
They just
Runners
yeet
carry
it
the torch around the globe and into the Olympic
across the
Stadium
whole globe.
where the Olympic flame is lit. The runners represent the countries competing in the Olympics. Runners from countries all over the world train to compete in the Olympics. Approximately
Oh boy.
how many countries compete in the modern Olympics?
70. No, 120.
About
Oh, it's just a
120
guess. I have no
countries
idea.
participate
I have no
in
idea what the
Olympics,
answer would be now.
including the country hosting the games. The Olympic torch is always lit in which of those 120 countries?
Greece, isn't it?
Yes!
Yep.
The Olympic torch is always lit in Greece because the first Olympics were played in ancient Greece. The torch symbolizes the constant renewal of the Olympic spirit.
Pack your bags. Looks like we have to go to Greece to find Ronda Robot at the Olympics.
At the Olympics.
2 masks are your next clue. They will lead you to who invented the Olympics. These masks represent two
Greeks.
types of plays invented for the theater. The laughing mask represents plays that are comedies. Comedies have funny jokes and happy endings. The mask with the sad
not
face represents what kind of play?
Exactly what they used to be, if I remember right.
That's right. Ho-ho! Tragedies are plays with unhappy endings. If you were going to write a play, you'd have to decide whether you wanted to write a comedy, a tragedy, or a mixture of the two. If you wrote a tragedy for the theater, what would people call you?
Tragic. Dramatist.
Yup, dramatists have been writing plays for a long time. The world's first dramatists wrote plays in honor of a god called Dionysus. Who were the world's first dramatists?
The Greeks.
Great job! Ho-ho! The ancient Greeks invented drama as we know it today. For the Greeks, drama was a religious festival. The ancient Greeks had another religious festival. They called it the Olympics.
Perfect. Now we know who invented the Olympics. Ronda
I mean,
Robot.
they had a lot of religious
Coming your way.
festivals.
All right, the final clue is pottery, and it will tell you when the Olympics were first held. Heating clay dug from the ground transforms gooey wet mud into hard, waterproof, long-lasting pottery. People in the
Sure
Middle
does.
East made the first pots and plates out of pottery 9,000 years ago. What's another name for pottery in general?
Ceramics.
That's right! Ho-ho! Many ancient pots and plates have been found because ceramics are hard and last a long time. Scholars dig up ancient ceramics to find clues about ancient life. What do you
This
call
isn't
the study of
2001.
ancient ceramics and other objects?
This wasn't from 2001. Thought it was 96. What? Hold on a sec. It is 2001, isn't it? Anyway, what?
That's right. Archaeologists
Still
study
20 years
ancient
ago,
human
so-
societies by looking at the things they made. An archaeologist would most likely study a society from what year?
2010. In 1988, for, I mean, you know.
That's right. Ho-ho! And 776 BC was the date of the very first Olympic Games, which began as a religious festival. We know about the first Olympics thanks to archaeologists who dug up the ancient stadium in Olympia, Greece.
Congratulations. Oh, and pack your toga. It looks like we're headed to the first Olympic Games in ancient Greece in 776 BC. And to rescue poor Ronda Robot.
Woo!
Hey, I can get used to this. Click on me to get us started. Get set for a trip to ancient Greece. We've got front row seats for the very first Olympic Games. Yay! It's the world's first Olympic winner. But boo! It's Ronda, the beauty queen robot.
Oh, how this looks like they put it in an MS Paint.
Talent competition. There's no mistaking Polly for Miss Congeniality. That poor athlete isn't getting a laurel wreath. That's a diamond tiara and a bouquet of flowers.
I mean, hell, that'd be like...
Button before the evening wear competition begins. Much better. You've saved the Olympics from becoming a beauty pageant.
Oh,
Imagine
jeez.
running a marathon in high heels. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home.
I just heard the other day, I don't know why it came up. Somebody did run a marathon in high heels or something like that. It was ridiculous. It was for a record, I
Things are
guess.
looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost. Can you say sweet dreams?
Sounds like a good way to break your ankle.
Good for you, Snotley. You rescued another one of your little friends. How sweet. But there are more where that one came from. I just hope you can rescue them in time.
Yep.
All right. We still got places to go and robots to rescue. Click on the inventory to start a mission. All right. Baseball games usually take 2.5 hours, but only 8 minutes of that time is action. That's a lot of waiting around. It's no wonder that basketball, not baseball, is watched by more people in America than any other sport. Baseball was invented in the summer. Why do you think basketball was invented during the winter?
Because
This
it's
is
an
easy
indoor
one, Miss
sport.
Winkle. Basketball was invented in winter to give snowmen something to play. I mean, think about it. Whose life is more boring than a snowman's? All they do is stand around waiting to melt.
Well, Polly, you slam dunked that one. Basketball was indeed invented as a winter sport for snowmen. And believe you me, 7-foot snowmen are extremely grateful to have something to do besides stand around in the cold. Snowmen playing basketball? You can't bring snowmen inside. They'll melt all over the court. We better do something quick. The lives of millions of snowmen depend on us. Click on the inventory button to put away the Transquizzer.
Calm down, Shockley. So what if I sent Danny DeFrostbot back in time? He'll heat things up a bit. Now,
Frostbot.
if you have a problem with that, you'll have to find these 4 clues.
What if I don't want
A
to?
handkerchief, a blue ox, a fish, and a whistle. Smokin'.
Danny DeFrostbot. He was always a bit hot under the collar,
Oh,
but I can't
jeez.
believe he's willing to melt the world's snowmen. Polly's reprogrammed him, I'm sure.
What will we do
Let's find
without
those clues.
snowmen?
We have to get Danny back. Hey, I'll need some silence.
The fate of the
while I
world
try to
is
scent
depending
this
on the
area
fate
out.
of snowmen.
No doubt about it. There's a clue in the observatory.
Alright, observatory it is.
Uh-oh. I'm picking up vibrations that tell me that Polly's launched another one of the mission clues into space.
Uh-huh.
I hope you and your buddy enjoyed the void because that's where you're headed.
To the
Why did she
void!
Stop. Why, if I was her father... just click on the telescope and I'll help you save the world. So there Polly's transmission and our hint.
Alright.
Better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like a shower of comets is approaching. So watch out! Frank, you got another radio wave packet. Another asteroid bites the dust.
Oh, what? It crashed. Well, dang it. And my... Hang on. Oh boy. Ugh. Gotta get rid of some tasks here. I fix my display. There we go. That's fixed. Let's see if we can get back in.
Well, hello. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the
To the observatory.
There's nothing we can do without more power. Time to take a trip to the generator. No doubt.
Alright.
Stand back. This is the mountain's electric generator. Pretty impressive, huh?
Not really.
Professor Spark invented it so that he
I
can
mean,
produce
sort
all
of,
the
but-
electricity he needs to run the gadgets here in the mountain. And believe me, this place needs a lot of juice. It basically runs with batteries, but these aren't like the batteries on your flashlight at home. When used in the correct combinations, these batteries pack a big enough wallop to kick this generator into gear. See the monitors on those tubes?
Yep.
Each one has a specific battery requirement, so that when magnified together, the batteries are equal to the value on the monitor.
Okay.
The trick is to pick the right combination of two batteries.
Yep.
When you get all the batteries in place, the generator will produce electricity. You have to think fast, though, and work your way through both rings to get the generator going, because those batteries will run out of juice if you make them pull all the weight for too long.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now you do it. Put the correct batteries in place.
Okay. But we're gonna make it harder. Multiplication.
We need more energy. Put the correct batteries in place.
72 is 9 times 8. Alright. There we go.
Way to go! You've completed the first ring, but you gotta hurry. You still have to get through the second ring.
Alrighty. 10 there. 9 times 9. 9 times 6. Times 8. 7. 132. 12 times 11. 96. 60. Twelve times 5 is 60. 3 more, so that's 8. There we go.
Wow, that was fast! Now hold on tight!
Uh-huh.
Neato! Now back upstairs to foil Polly. Okay, I'm picking up a clue
Alrighty. Let's shoot some clues out of space.
Polly's transmission and our hint. You better act fast before it's sucked into the black hole. Polly's hints are 6 radio packets big. Looks like a shower of comets. Oh, great! You got another radio. Nice shoot. You got a radio packet. Whoa, you turned away from the comet. Fantastic. You destroyed an asteroid.
I missed.
You destroyed an asteroid. Whoa, you turned away from the comet just in time.
There we go.
Nice shoot. You got a radio packet. Nice shoot. You got a radio packet. Wait a maneuver. You got another radio wave packet.
Ow.
Oh, are you okay? That was so... All right. You got all the
Got
radio
him.
packets. Now we can decode Polly's hint. We're back at the alien decoder. Just in time to...
Yeah. Let's unscramble some.
I can't make Heidner...
Oh my gosh.
See, the sentence is basically okay.
Yep.
Oh, you made quick sense out of that messy sentence.
April
Wait,
20th
there's more to be
and
done.
May 20th. Oh, the bowl. Okay.
See, the sentence is basically okay, but the... Great! You decoded one of the sentences.
Force.
Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue. See, the sentence is basically okay, but... I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence.
Uh-huh.
Great! It seems a sentence is a sentence. Oh, you make quick sense sense out of that messy sentence. Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue.
Ah.
It seems the sentence is assembled correctly. I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great. I see what's happening. We have too many...
Yep.
Way to go! You nailed the code!
Were you born between April 20th and May 20th?
Oh.
I am the bull, and I am your sign. My horns appear in the night sky.
Such a dramatic
What
reading.
are your lucky numbers?
What are your lucky
1 and
numbers?
9 are your lucky numbers. Try to find my horns in the night sky.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you have click on any of the constellations, and this machine will tell you a little bit about them. Click on the
Good
hint
job,
button to
Artemis. You
replay
fell
Polly's
down.
hint. Click on the
You
constellation
fell right
again
into the
if you think
trash
it's the
can.
one where Polly sent the mission clue.
Come on. Poor girl. Whoopis. Neither my
Stars that are
astrology
futile
nor my
also
astronomy
die a strange death. At the end of their lives, they collapse into
are
themselves.
very good here.
The force of gravity
They
becomes
say it's
so
in the northern hemisphere. That's Aries, which is a ram. Taurus.
Taurus is the bull in the night sky. In Greek mythology, the bull was Zeus, the leader of all the gods, who transformed himself into a beast to kidnap Europa, the beautiful daughter of a king.
Myropa.
Hey, you're right on target. Here comes the spaceship.
Here comes the spaceship. Open it up.
All right, now put the clue into the inventory
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
safekeeping. Nothing here. I'm picking up a clue reading in the professor's biosphere.
Of course.
Ah, and there's... My sensors tell me that...
Yeah. Biosphere and Shrinkomatic.
Beneath the professor...
Uh-huh. Anything up here? Oh, there's one.
Don't scowl, Potley. This'll be over soon.
Howler
The cries of which animal can be heard a mile away? A
monkey.
mule, a howler monkey, a linsang.
I don't know what a linsang
Just
is.
a lucky guess.
Oh,
No rush with this one, Rotley. Take time to smell
oh
the
this will be the
roses.
jungle.
Which animal can see colors very clearly? A bat, a butterfly, or a prairie dog?
Probably a butterfly.
That was way too easy.
Yeah. Because flowers.
These questions are obviously too easy. I'll have to make them tougher.
Uh-huh.
Which animal doesn't know how to fly? A flying squirrel,
Flying squirrel.
a hummingbird, or a seagull?
I just glide.
Yeah, so you got it right.
There we go.
Maybe this animal should just wear golf clothes, huh, Motley? Which type of animal sometimes has bright wings to advertise how bad it tastes? A parrot, a grasshopper,
Moth.
or a moth? I knew you'd get that one.
Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh. There we go.
Try this one,
Hi,
sucker.
Artemis.
Which animal has suction cups on its feet for
Tree
climbing
frog,
trees?
tree frog,
A
tree
flying
frog.
fish, a
A
zebra,
zebra.
a tree frog. I knew you'd get that
Zebra. Alright, jungle. Which is right here. There we go.
That was some smooth landing. Now we can open that box by clicking on the key on the console.
Yeah.
All right. Great. I've got it.
And in here.
Now we're back at Shrinkomatic.
I'm here to help if you need me.
Well, Clueless, you might as well know there's a mission clue hidden in one of the specimens. This hint should make it clear where it's hidden. Egbert's so dumb, he put this specimen in the bank.
$10.
That was a long time ago. I was still
I'm kind of
unfamiliar
curious what some of
with
these
the
other
system
things are
of
supposed to be.
currency.
Earthworm?
Earthworm.
Yeah.
Tapeworm.
Tapeworms.
Tapeworms are long, flat worms that live inside other animals.
Gross.
The roundworm.
Roundworms.
Roundworms are
Also
simple worms
gross.
with long, thin bodies.
6 lips.
They live in watery
That's weird.
environments, even protozoan.
Ah,
There are
protozoan.
50,000 kinds of tiny single-celled protozoans. A deadly protozoan, slug. A slug looks like a snail that came out of its starfish, sand dollar.
Yep.
This specimen,
Do you think that's the right specimen?
Uh-huh.
bon voyage, Botley.
Bon.
That's French, you know.
Bon voyage.
Tis a far better thing harder. Back here again.
Alright. Oh, great. Gonna be one of those. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Oh, damn it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, great. Come on, get up there. Hi, Vash. I'm sorry, I can't really love on you right now. I'm busy. Come on, in my lap. That's a good boy. Oops, I missed. Botley. Thank you. Hey, there we go.
That's it. Take the clue and put it in your inventory.
Give me the fish.
Then, on to complete this mission.
Give me the fish.
Let's move on. There's no mission clue here. Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. This is what got me stuck so much as a small child.
And of course,
This
Paula's
effing
robots.
door.
The professor put a lock on it months ago because some of the robots were getting a... Of course, the door's still locked, but you'll have no trouble getting the combination.
Yeah.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! I'm growing weak with hunger.
See. What I hate about this is it makes you do each step of the problem instead of just putting in the answer. So instead of being able to put a 1 here and a 9 here, I have to put 11 here. It's like showing your work.
Correctly, but the result is too big to fit
Yeah.
one tile. So we need to carry the extra amount to the next column. Okay. Now the extra amount in the tens place has been carried over to the hundreds place.
Yeah.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
Looks like the number on the bottom is too big to be subtracted from the number on the top. Click the top tile of the column you want to borrow from. 10 tens have been borrowed from the hundreds column and added to the tens column. Now,
All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more.
This will be a multiplication. $45. This is gonna take a long time. There we go.
you multiplied the numbers correctly.
Yeah.
But the result is too big to fit on one tile. So we need to carry the extra amount to the next column. Okay. Now the extra amount in the ones place has been carried over to the tens place.
40.
You multiplied the numbers correctly.
Uh-huh.
But the result is too big to fit on one tile. So we need to carry the extra amount to the next column.
Uh-huh. $31.
That's right. But that number is too big to fit in the hundreds place. So we have to move the extra amount to the next column. That's the thousands place.
Yep.
You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. This is Professor Sparks' kitchen, but I doubt your kitchen is anything like this unless you happen to have lots of hungry robots hanging around your house.
Nope.
See that machine in the middle of the room? It's the robot feeder. 2 things you should know about robots. 1, they're usually hungry. And 2, their table manners are atrocious. Around now, I'd normally be hungry enough to eat a 57 Chevy, but Polly's behavior has made me lose my appetite.
Hey, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, Spotly. Of course, if you do leave, you won't be able to find the mission clue I've hidden in here.
If you want, you can click around the kitchen to check out some of the cool stuff in here. But to feed Mort and help save the world, click on the feeding machine. I have to warn you, though, watch your fingers and toes around hungry robots. Here it is, Professor Sparks' robot feeding machine, patent pending. I've wandered in here for a midnight snack many times myself, but now it looks like we've got to feed Mort.
Yes, Botley. It's time for a little snack.
After Mort calls for a snack, he'll tell you what toppings he wants on it, and exactly how much of each topping he wants. When you turn on the machine, Mort's robot bowl will move along the conveyor belt in front of me, while the toppings move along the conveyor belts behind me. What you need to do is measure each of the toppings and drop exactly what Mort wants in his bowl. So, Mort, what do you think will satisfy you tonight?
You know what sounds good?
Level 3.
Here it is, Professor Sparks' robot feeding machine, patent pending. I've wandered in here for a
I have to
midnight
listen
snack
to this
many
whole
times
thing again.
myself,
Oh my
but now it looks like we've got to feed Mort.
god.
Yes, Botley. It's time for a little snack.
After Mort calls for a snack, he'll tell you what toppings he wants on it, and exactly how much of each topping he wants.
I already listened to you say all this
When you turn on the machine,
once.
Mort's robot bowl will move along the conveyor belt in front of me,
Oh
while
my
the toppings
god.
move along the conveyor belts behind me. What you need to do is measure each of the toppings and drop exactly what Mort wants in his bowl. So, Mort, what do you think will satisfy you tonight?
You know what sounds good? A plate of Botley's super cheesy nachos. And could you please add some heavy springs, spark plugs, ball bearings, and salt?
Well, bon appetit, I guess. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear.
Yep.
Bon appetit!
Bon appetit. Five, 8. Five, 16ths. Yeah, give me the ball bearings. Or salt. There we go. And 50. There we go.
Thank you so much. I couldn't eat another bite.
Uh-huh.
All right, you've won, and now maybe he'll shut up.
Ha!
Providing such a fine feast, Here's a little tip.
So mean, Botley.
Great! Take the clue. We've got everything. We should go to the time we made it.
To the time quiz machine.
Time to finish up another mission. Click the on button to start the wheel.
Hey, kids, do you know what time it is?
It's
time once again
1:22.
for Hollywood Squares.
Oh.
Win this round, and we'll send you on an all-expense-paid round-trip holiday to rescue Danny D. Frostbot.
From history, your first clue is a handkerchief. The handkerchief will lead you to the subject of your first mission. In ancient Rome, a losing gladiator could ask the spectators to spare his life. If the spectators waved their handkerchiefs, his life was spared. Where in ancient Rome did the gladiators fight?
Probably in the Colosseum. Oh. An arena.
The arenas in Roman amphitheaters were the place where gladiators risked their lives for the sweet smell of victory. In an arena, spectators sit in a circle or oval all the way around the playing area. Which sport could you watch in an arena today?
A lot of them, actually.
E perfectamundo! Tennis started in ancient France as handball. Tennis is played on a rectangular court. What other sport is played on a court?
Basketball.
Slam dunk time out! You found what this mission is all about. Basketball!
We already knew that, though.
So, Polly sent Danny to Frostbot to foul up the invention of basketball. Keep going, you're doing great.
Like I said, we already knew that.
Your second clue is a blue ox. The blue ox will show you where your mission will take you. In a famous tall tale, a blue ox named Babe is the companion of a lumberjack named Paul Bunyan.
Yup.
What was the most distinguishing feature of Paul Bunyan and his blue ox, Babe?
They were giants.
Exactly!
Oh my god.
Legend has it that Paul Bunyan and Babe were so big they dug the Grand Canyon. Giants are things that are bigger than normal. Which giant tree is the largest living thing on Earth?
A red sequoia.
Great going! There's a good reason why the giant sequoia is giant.
Giant sequoia.
Some of them have been growing for 4,000 years.
Darn tootin'.
The giant sequoia grows in only one country on
Egypt!
Earth. Which country is that? Fabulous!
China!
The United States is the home of the giant sequoia, and also the birthplace of basketball. Basketball is the only major sport that was invented in America.
I didn't know that. Let's keep going and find Danny DeFrostbot. The invention of basketball, of all things, is in jeopardy.
Your third clue is a fish. The fish
A really weird looking
will show you
fish.
when in history you need to go. Unlike animals on land, fish never stop growing. The older they get, the bigger they get.
I think some
What
do.
you call a collection of fish that live together? A whale
shoal.
of an answer. Fish form schools because it's safer to hang out in groups than to live alone.
Yup.
How do you catch a school of fish?
With a net.
Talk about school spirit, but it's far easier to catch a school of fish in nets than to hook them with fishing rods one by one. But nets are
Yup.
not only used for fishing, you know. Nets open at the bottom were first used by basketball players in 1912. That was 21 years after basketball was invented. When was basketball invented?
1891.
Swish! Basketball was invented in 1891. It took over 2 decades for today's basketball nets to be invented. The very first game was played with peach baskets instead of nets.
Swish! You did it again. All we need is the name of the American who invented basketball in 1891.
Your fourth clue is a whistle. It will lead you to who you need to find on your mission. When you blow into a whistle, the air inside vibrates. That's what makes the sound. Ancient whistles were made from bird bones.
Oh,
The ancient whistle was an early version of which musical instrument?
flute.
Fantastic! Flutes make beautiful, sweet sounds when you blow into them. Flutes weren't always used for playing music, though. The ancient Greeks used flutes during sporting events, just like referees use whistles today. Where could you hear a flute in ancient Greece?
A gymnasium?
Score! In a Greek gymnasium, the person in charge of coaching the athletes used a flute to mark the beginning and end of sports matches. In gymnasiums today, gym teachers use whistles instead of flutes. Who was a famous gym teacher?
Sure. Sure.
Good! James Nesmith was a gym teacher who became famous for inventing a sport that could be played indoors during winter. That sport was basketball.
It sounded familiar.
In 1891, James Naismith invented basketball in the USA. That's all the info we need to go get Danny DeFrostbot out of trouble.
Let's get Danny DeFrostbot.
Ready for another ride? Click on me then. Hold on. Ready for a little one-on-one? A gym teacher in America is about to invent basketball. Let's go. It's James Naismith hanging the world's first basketball net, a peach basket. But what has Polly put Danny DeFrostbot up to? Snowmen can't play indoor sports. You better hit that recall button before basketball becomes a complete washout. That's better. Basketball was invented as an indoor sport during winter. Now hold on while I steer this contraption back.
Uh-huh.
Phew, we made it back. Always a good sign. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. Hey, things are looking up here. We've added another robot to the roost.
Yep.
Can you say sweet dreams?
Sweet dreams.
Well, good for you, Snotley. You rescued another one of your little friends. How sweet. But there are more where that one came from. I just hope you can rescue them in time.
Let's take a look at that Transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory.
Oh.
There's plenty of cool things to do on this floor, but unless we're on a mission, it all seems pretty
Yeah. Shut up.
To start a mission.
Shut up. Let me. Jeez.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot. Magicians used to be in charge of curing the sick. If you were sick, you had magic performed on you to make you healthy again. Today,
magician
if you get
isn't the right.
You go to the doctor, not to the magician. Thank goodness times have changed.
It'd be like a witch doctor or a shaman,
the role
not
of
a
the doctor is to
magician.
figure out what's wrong with you and then prescribe the treatment necessary to get you better. What's the role of a nurse?
Since the thing that never fails to make me feel better is cake and ice cream, I guess that's what nurses give their patients. Ice cream and cake. Medicine like that makes you feel better instantly.
That's exactly right, Polly. There's nothing better when you're very sick than chocolate cake a la mode. Polly thinks you help sick people by giving them dessert. What a disaster. People will be
I'm
trying
sick
to get
and
sick
some
just
dessert.
So they can go to the hospital and get ice cream and cake.
Sounds
what
pretty
about
good.
people who really are sick? We gotta stop her. Click on the inventory button to put away the Transquizzer.
pits, Hotley. Here's the situation. I've sent the robot doctor, Dr. Bugbot, back in time. If you want to find the good doctor, you'd better locate these 4 clues. A baby bottle, a lamp, a tablespoon, and a bar of soap.
Not Dr. Bugbot. If I get a computer virus, he's the only one who can get the bugs out of my program. Oh, we better get a move on, quick. Stand back now while I sense the place out. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observatory.
Observatory once again.
We've got to get that transmission out of the black hole's clutches. Otherwise, we won't get Polly's hint.
Oh, it crashed again. That's okay. I'm gonna take a break. I need to eat something. And we'll be back later. Possibly with more Am I Smarter Than a Third Grader? Or with something else. We'll see. I think I'll spin the wheel for the next one. Anyways, see you in a little while. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.